The South African government has made substantial progress in the building of many RDP houses to date, but many more are desperately needed. And with the current global pandemic exposing our inequalities even more, the speed of delivery of these houses definitely becomes of extreme importance. So the imperative question is, can this process be sped up? And if so, how? COVID-19, a global pandemic of mammoth proportions. Ordered by their governments, countries close their borders, businesses close their doors, people distance themselves. It's an unprecedented time of uncertainty, guided by an urgent call for isolation. But for some, the privilege of obeying such a lavish call is but yet another dream. Oh, how they must dream of a little distance, a little space, a little privacy. For some, social distancing is not an unfair call. It is simply another impossibility. Flatten the curve, they say. Flatten the curve. Social distancing equals flattening the curve. Just do it. Yes, but how? For you and I, it is an inconvenience, yet doable. But for the dreamers, it still remains an impossibility. This is Plot 323, an informal tent settlement in Vegaheuwel, Roodepoort, west of Johannesburg, called Ikemeleng. This tent-dwelling settlement came into existence after dozens of residents who had illegally occupied land were evicted from nearby plots about 4 years ago. Now, one of the South African government's key responses to the COVID-19 pandemic is to ensure that there is a coherent social distancing plan in place on a national level to help curb the spread of the coronavirus. However, for thousands of informal settlement residents, this is often not even possible, as shacks are built on top of each other in overcrowded, impoverished communities. The conundrum of this dilemma seems to breed questions as uncertain as the pandemic itself. And yet, there is an answer. Quality temporary housing structures, which are fireproof and can take just hours to erect, look set to become the best answer in dealing with overcrowding in informal settlements during the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Welcome to the South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund, SAHIF, where imagination and dreams meet to form new realities. With every challenge comes a new dawn, and with every conviction, new hope is born. And fortunately, the South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund has a solid solution to offer in lieu of this hope. Rali Mampeole, the CEO and founder of the South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund, a visionary and philanthropist who is deeply touched by the plight of the desperate.
It becomes very impossible when you're staying in a space that you don't have enough space. And we're fortunate enough that our board agreed that we can donate the 72 units, which effectively they are going to be creating opportunities for about 300 people to be able to live in these homes.
SAHIF's mission is that of acquiring vacant and unused land near the centers of towns and cities for the purpose of converting them into zoned and service stands. This enhances the speedy delivery of these service stands for the poor and working class to build their own homes close to shops, parks, schools, clinics, public transport, and places of work.
This is what we would call temporary shelter, that the kind of shelter that anybody would be happy to live in. It provides the necessary decency, the necessary privacy, and also we're doing it in such a way that we don't disrupt the communities.
Imagine a settlement with neat, well-spaced two-room structures that feature wooden flooring, strong corrugated iron roofs, and fireproof walls. And all this without disrupting the community at all. Imagine our world.
Funny enough, we call it a temporary unit, but actually these are some of the units that have been used in farms and game farms. Some people are use them as lodges, accommodation. But one thing for sure is that it can last about 15 years.
What's lovely about it is it has a lot of weather durability. So in summer it's cool, winter it's warm. And the other fantastic thing is we consider it of safety, so it's fireproof as well. So it will obviously prevent the risk of people having fires.
This is very impressive. It's 2 bedrooms. There's a bedroom and there's a big open space that can be used for families. So there will be 72 units here, and they'll be able to house everyone here.
The donation by SAHIF of 72 completed units was in response to the President's appeal to business leaders to assist in creating solutions during the crippling COVID-19 pandemic. This is a Tumamina moment for all South Africans who wish to serve our beautiful country by echoing the President's words, Tumamina, send me.
My sincerest gratitude to you. I can't thank you enough. The speed with which you responded to my request and the speed with which we are able now to showcase, because time is of the essence for us. Every day spent in a crowded place like that is a hazard for this country.
You cannot leave out anyone during this period of time, and we really felt that it's important for us playing in the housing space that we are able to address and actually be able to give back.
What a joy to see that dreamer smile. What a delight to make the disadvantaged realize that they too are part of us all.
Ra le leboha ka mokgwa le re thusitseng ka ona e be re sa tshepe gore ka ba phethela ka mokgwa ka re sokoje 5 years ka moka na re sokola re tsela le bana ka ra ditendre bana ba ka ke ba khumane di ka ra tendre gore lana bela ke tshepe gore ka ba ke nna re khumane di change ka mokgwa khumane di change ka ona ke bona nga re nga etsela ka ra jona awa ngalora lora maybe ngalora lotho.
South African Housing and Infrastructure Fund, accelerating the delivery of housing to South Africans.